Today I'm going to make a slice and bake chocolate covered peanut butter cookie. They're quite delicious and they're very pretty cookies. So let's get started on Darlene's Table. Okay, so I'm going to start by creaming the butter and brown sugar. All right, I'm going to push it down. Now remember, we want this light and fluffy, so it's going to take 5 to 7 minutes, and we still have a ways to go. I'm going to go ahead and add some vanilla. Let's push it down again. Continue mixing. Now, I'm going to add the peanut butter, and I'm only going to mix this until it's incorporated. So now I'm going to add some flour. And I'm going to add the half teaspoon of kosher salt. All right, now the rest of the flour. Now I'm going to check and make sure it's not too crumbly. And it's not. Very nice. It's sticking together. That's what I want. So if it had been too crumbly, I would have added like a tablespoon of water, but we're good. Okay, so you can put this cookie in a roll, wrap it up in saran wrap, and then it'll need to be refrigerated. But I want square cookies. So I have taken this is wax paper box. I've lined it with saran wrap. And I'm going to put my cookie dough in there to make these nice square cookies. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold the saran. I lined this in saran. I'm going to fold it over. And I'm going to close this box. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. And then it should come out easily because I lined it with the saran wrap. All right? And then we'll slice it and bake. Well, I've actually left these in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. But here's the little trick with, let's see how this turns out. Crumbled a little down there, didn't it? Let's see. What happens? Okay. All right. So it said about 1/3 of an inch. Oh, that's crumbling. That's not going to work. Was that just the end? Okay, that was just the end. Okay. So bake at 350 degrees for 10 to 14 minutes. Melt the chocolate in the microwave at 25 to 30-second bursts, no more, or you can burn it. Be sure to stir well between each time. There are a few chocolate chips that aren't melted. Just keep stirring and they will melt. You don't need to keep microwaving it. I'm removing the cookies from the oven. I'm going to let them cool for about 2 minutes and then remove them to a wire rack to completely cool. I'm taking the cookies that are cool enough and I'm going to spread peanut butter on the top. And they're going to go into the freezer. And after they stay in the freezer for a little while, then I'm going to dip them in chocolate. I'm going to take these to the freezer and they'll sit in there for 20 minutes. Now comes the fun part. The chocolate was a little thick, so I added a little more Crisco and I put them back into the microwave for about 25 seconds. Oh, that's a much better consistency. It'll be easier to dip them. It was a little thick before. Now they're ready to decorate. More chocolate. All right, I've used 1 cup of dark chocolate with a teaspoon of Crisco, and I'm just drizzling the chocolate over the top. I just think it gives it a much prettier look, and I'm going to salt lightly with flake salt, sea salt. I use sea salt. Who doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate? These cookies were a big hit with my family and friends. I hope you have the opportunity to make them and enjoy. You can find the recipe on DarlenesTable.com.